Hi everyone, happy Friday. How is it going? It is about 4 p.m. Might be 1 or 2 minutes after. I'm just logging in for our gentle Pilates mat class this afternoon. I thought we would do some stretching, maybe a little bit of strengthening, some mobility work, just moving our spine in all directions. So when you're here, just give me a signal and I will start. If you have a foam roller, let's use a foam roller today. If you don't have a foam roller, it's okay. I can give you options without the foam roller. But if you do have a foam roller, pull it out and we'll use it during our class today. All right. Well, it's hard to believe it's already April. And, I hope that we'll move through this month with swiftness. And I hope that everybody is able to have some time with their family and some time for good self-care. I love doing these classes with you guys, so thank you guys for showing up. Hi, Casey. All right, so looks like some people are here. So if you just tuned in, I'm gonna use, hi Charlotte, I miss you too. Yay, hi James. Glad you guys are here. So if you guys have a foam roller, we're going to use a foam roller in class today. If you don't have a foam roller, it's okay. I will talk you through some options. Okay, so let's get started, and then if you join in, you can just kind of catch us wherever we are. So I like to start class with just kind of getting centered. So I like to sit, for me, a comfortable position is cross-legged. If that's comfortable for you, you can do that, or you can lay down on your back with your knees bent and just have your hands on your belly. If you're sitting, you can have your hands on your belly as well. So just allow the eyes to close and just beginning to tune into your physical body. Just noticing what your body feels like today. Noticing if there's any places that feel stiff. And just notice your overall energetic level. Do you feel tired? Do you feel energized? Somewhere in between. Just taking a moment to notice just the reality of your physical body today. And then just tuning in also to your mental and emotional state. Just noticing what's going on there. Is it just where you are? What do you feel like today? You don't need to get involved with it, just noticing, just becoming conscious of it. And you can even notice if the way you feel is affecting your body at all. Just kind of taking it all in. And then if you'd like to set an intention for your class today, you can. It can be simple, like you just want to feel better afterwards, to be more present, to be more grounded, to be more in your body. Any intention you'd like to set for yourself. It's nice to set one because you can come back to it at any time. And then just allow yourself to take an inhale breath. And just exhale all the way out. And then as you're ready, just allow your eyes to open. And let's start on our hands and knees. We'll start with cat-cow. Here's baby kitty. So coming up onto your hands and knees. Hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Set your shoulders in the socket. So we don't have any tension in our shoulders here. On an exhale breath, you're going to contract your abdominal muscles and use your abdomen to round your spine. Then inhale, extend your spine, but keep a tone in your abdomen as you go. And then exhale, round your spine. So try to lift with your abdominals to round your spine more than pushing with your hands. So we're not creating tension in our neck and shoulders, but just opening and closing the joints of the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend, and you can push your shins down into the ground a little bit, make them active. And exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Keep a tone in your abdomen. One more time like that. Exhale, round. And inhale, extend the spine. And then finding a neutral spine. We're gonna do tail wag. So you're gonna pick one foot up off the ground like it's your tail. And that foot is gonna cross the body. And you're gonna side bend your spine and look for your foot in that direction. And then we'll go the other way. So you're keeping a tone in your abdomen. Your head is in alignment with your spine, not below the spine. And you're just looking for your foot in each direction. So you may feel a stretch in your lower back. You may not. It's just nice side bending for the spine and good internal, external rotation for your ball and socket joint, your hip joint. And then bring that leg back down and we'll do the other side. So the other leg comes up. Cross the foot over your body, side bend your spine, and then go the other way. Keeping a tone in your abdomen and just check in with the tops of your shoulders. Make sure they stay relaxed. And one more time each direction. And then bringing that foot down. Bring your big toes together, knees apart. Just push back into a child's pose. Just feel a stretch here. Let the forehead relax on the ground. You can actively push your hands down into the ground so your arms are slightly active. And that will help get more length at the sides of the body. So just taking a few breaths here. And then coming all the way back up. And we'll finish being on our hands and knees with opposite arm and leg reach. So take one leg behind you with your toes on the ground. Activate your abdominals and your glutes, so like where your leg and your butt meet is active. From here, without changing the shape of your back, lift that leg up off the ground. So you're really using your glutes to lift the leg and not sinking into the low back, right? Abdominals are active, glutes are active. Lift the leg and then back down. So you feel your glutes turn on. Should feel active back there. Maybe a little burning. Good, and then back down and we'll do the other side. So toes on the ground, draw your abdominals up and turn your glutes on. Reach the leg away from the body a little bit and then lift it up from your glutes. So our glutes do hip extension, which means they bring the leg behind the body. So we want to make sure those are really working when the leg comes up. And you can rest down. So we're going to add the arm in. I still want you to feel that action in your glutes as you do the opposite arm and leg reach. So drawing your abdominals up, reaching the arm and leg long and away from each other. Then use your abdomen to round your spine and bring the elbow and knee together. Inhale, the arm and leg reaches away. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arm and leg reach away. Exhale, round the spine. Last time like that. Inhale, arm and leg reaches away, keeping your low back the same shape. Exhale, round the spine, arm and leg come down. And we'll do the other side. So activating your lower abdominal muscles, they draw up a little bit. Shoulders stay relaxed. The tops of the shoulders stay relaxed. Reach the arm and the leg away. Round the spine, elbow and knee come together. Inhale, arm and leg reach away. Reach them long and away from each other so there's no crunching in the lower back. Do two more. Inhale, exhale. Use your abdominals to round your spine. Last time, inhale. Relax the tops of your shoulders, exhale. And then you can bring the hand down. One more time, big toes together, knees apart. Push back into child's pose. If you want, you can walk your hands to one side so you feel more of a stretch in your side. And then we'll walk our hands to the other side. Just feeling a stretch here. And then coming onto your back, we're going to do a little bridging through the spine. So just articulating through the joints of the spine. If you have anything going on with your back that doesn't allow you to flex your spine, you're going to keep it neutral and just lift your pelvis up and down. So if you have any back issues, it will just look like this, straight up, and then you hinge at your hip joints to come down. Otherwise, we're going to articulate through the spine. So knees are bent, feet are on the ground. Gently push the upper part of your back part of your arm into the mat so your chest is open and the tops of the shoulders are relaxed. Activate your glutes and abdominals and then use your abdomen to tilt your pelvis backwards and to peel your spine up one piece at a time. Inhaling at the top and then exhale articulating back down, using your abdomen to lay your spine down piece by piece. We'll start again, exhaling to come up. Staying active even in your upper abdominals at the top of the bridge, so the rib cage isn't sticking out, but drawing a little bit down towards the ground. So it's not a back extension, just an articulation, and we're kind of creating some stability in the torso as well. And exhale, articulate up. Inhale at the top, and exhale back down. Good. Let's do one more. Exhale, bridging up. Inhale at the top. Reach your fingertips long and away from your body so the tops of the shoulders are relaxed. And articulate back down through the spine. So we're going to add just moving our shoulders to this. So you're going to exhale, bridge up. Inhale, the arms reach over the head. Keep your arms there. And exhale, articulate your spine back down and float the arms down. We'll start again. Exhale, bridging up. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, articulate back down through the spine. And if your shoulders are tight, your hands may not touch the ground. That's okay. And one more time like that. Exhale up. Inhale, the arms come over the head. Keep them there as you articulate back down through the spine. And then lowering the arms down. So we're just going to wake up our core a little bit. So I want you to bring your fingertips to your two front hip bones and your thumbs to your front low rib. So you look like this. Very gently, you're going to draw those 2 points towards one another. So you're not tucking or cranking on your back. It's just a gentle draw towards one another so that you feel your abdominal muscles tone. I want you to keep your fingers here so you can feel what's happening. You're going to try not to let those two positions, those two bony landmarks get further away from each other. So they're going to stay the same. You're going to take one heel and put it up onto the ground. Slide that heel out without changing the distance between your fingers at your hip and your ribs. You may feel your hip bone move a little bit, but it's not going to widen the distance between the two. So we'll do that same side a few times. So sliding the leg out, trying to stay connected to the middle of the body, and then back in. And exhale, slide the leg out, and back in. We'll do one more like that. Exhale, and back in. So you should start to feel your abdomen wake up, maybe even your glutes a little bit. We're going to switch sides. So fingertips are on the two front hip bones, thumbs are on the front low ribs. Those 2 points draw slightly together, and we're going to switch legs. Glide that heel out, and then glide it back in. And exhale out. Inhale back in. We'll do a couple more like that, keeping the distance between your two fingers the same. These two bony landmarks here. One more time like that. And then coming back in and rest the arms down. From here, let's do a single leg circle. So kind of keeping that same activity in your abdominal wall, and bring one leg up into the air. If your hamstrings are on the tighter side, you're going to keep this opposite knee bent. If they're on the looser side, you can straighten the leg all the way out. You want to feel, again, those 2 points, your hip and your low ribs drawing a little bit towards each other. Keep that action the whole time, and we're going to cross the leg over the body and exhale, circle the leg around and up. So you're trying to stabilize the opposite side of the body, opposite side of the moving leg. Inhale around and exhale up. So staying nice and connected at the middle of your body, right where we just found those 2 points with our leg slides. Let's do one more in this direction. Exhale up, and then we're going to reverse it. Inhale away and exhale around and up. So the size of your circle depends on the stability of your trunk and your pelvis. So you're not going to make a big circle if everything is loosey-goosey and moving all over the place. You're just going to keep it, maybe it's this big, and that's fine. So inhale, we're working on creating stability in the body right now. One more time. Then hug that knee into the chest, just pull it in. Take a breath here. Relax your foot and ankle, relax your jaw. And then we'll switch sides. So the other leg will come up into the air. If the hamstrings are on the tighter side, this knee stays bent. If not, you're going to straighten that leg out and make that leg active. Try to push that leg down into the mat if you can. So again, activate the abdominal wall by just gently drawing the ribs and hips towards each other. Then inhale, cross the body, exhale around and out. So trying to stay out of your neck and upper shoulders, use your glutes, your abdomen, your oblique muscles as you go around. Inhale around, exhale up. And sides might be different. Maybe the circle on one side is bigger or smaller, like this side feels more challenging to me. So I'm gonna make my circle a little smaller. Inhale around, exhale up. Inhale around, exhale up. Do one more in this direction. Exhale up, stabilizing that opposite side of your body. Will go the other way. Inhale away, exhale up. Inhale away, exhale up. Inhale away, exhale up. One more time this direction. And then rest. Hug that knee in, then your other knee. Push down onto your leg so you feel the femur bone push down into the hip socket. So your arms are going to do the work for this exercise. You're going to circle around and just using your arms and just letting the legs relax. So you're just moving the femur bone around in the socket. And then we'll reverse the direction going the other way. Putting a little bit of downward pressure here. And then bringing both feet down. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left knee and take a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to flex the toes towards your knee. Maybe this is enough for you and you just hang out here and breathe. Otherwise, we're going to grab the back of the other leg, keeping the toes flexed to the knee that's in the air. The toes are flexed up towards your knee. So you're stabilizing your knee joint. You can pull in. Then I would push your tailbone down into the mat a little bit so you get some space between your low back and the mat. And that'll increase the sensation around the back of the hip as well. So take a few breaths here. And just check in. Notice any places you may be holding tension that you can let go of, like around your neck, maybe your jaw, maybe even behind your eyelids, your forehead. And then we'll bring that foot down and we'll switch sides. So crossing the other leg up and over, and then lifting up. You're going to grab the back of the leg and just push your tailbone down into the mat. Make sure your toes are flexed. The leg that's up in the air, those toes are flexed, and just keep breathing here. Again, maybe just noticing places that you're holding tension and you can let go of here. And then we'll bring that foot down. And let's lay on our side. You're going to stack your knees at kind of a 90-degree angle. Knees will stay stacked for this variation of the exercise. Arms reach forward. That bottom arm, you can just pull it right out from underneath you. It's okay if the arms aren't even to start. But you're going to stabilize your pelvis so the knees stay the same, the legs stay the same. You're going to bend your top arm and rotate at your waist. Twist your body in that direction. Look in that direction, but reach your top knee forward towards the wall in front of you. And the top hip, you can even draw it down away from your armpit a little bit. So you're getting lots of length in the body. Then bend the elbow and come forward. And exhale, bend the elbow, rotate the spine. Bend the elbow, coming forward again. And let's do that one more time like that, and then we're going to switch it up a little bit. So reaching that top knee forward. And then coming back. So this is true thoracic rotation. We're rotating the part of our spine that our rib cage is attached to. So from here, this top arm, we're going to move it like the hand of a clock. You're going to circle it around and follow it with your head, and then swoop it through, and we'll start again. So neck is relaxed, but that top leg reaches forward as you twist your body. Then you need to tone your abdominals a little bit, so your lumbar spine, your low back isn't taking all the work here. One more in this direction, and then we're going to reverse the direction. Keep breathing as you go. Find a breath that works for your movement. We'll go the other way. Arm comes down, scoop it out, up and around. When you bring your arm to the other side, make sure that the front of your shoulder stays in the socket. So we're not cranking on our shoulder this way. If your shoulder feels tight, you just keep the arm a little bit higher, but you want this part of your arm to stay in the socket. And circle around. Let's do one more time like that. And then coming back, and then we'll do the other side. So you can just flip right on over to the other side. You're gonna stack your knees up. And this top knee again is gonna keep reaching forward as you twist. You can pull your bottom shoulder out from underneath you. We'll bend the top elbow, rotate the spine in that direction, and then bend the elbow, coming back. And exhale, bend the elbow, twisting, and back. So you can even take this top hip and kind of draw it downwards away from your armpit as you twist, so you have lots of space in your rib cage, lots of space in your low back as you twist. Do one more like that, and then we're gonna switch it up. So from here, we're gonna take the arm over the head, circle around, keep reaching that top knee forward, and back through, and then just checking in with the shoulder on this side. Can the front of your shoulder stay moving backwards as you circle the arm around? So if it can't, lift your arm a little bit higher. So it shouldn't be a strain on your shoulder. You may feel a stretch, which is fine, but it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Well, I guess that's relative. For some people, the stretch might feel uncomfortable. It shouldn't feel painful. And then let's reverse the direction, going down, open out, up and around, and just check in with your neck. Can you keep your neck relaxed, the skin around your neck, the muscles around your neck? And one more time like that. Good. And then coming up, and now is the time when we're going to use our roller. So if you don't have a roller, it's okay. You can do the whole thing without the roller. But if you do have a roller, we're going to use it. And you're going to put the roller horizontally on your mat and then lay on your belly with your head facing your roller. I'm going to do variation of Swan here. So when your arms are straight, it should be that your wrists kind of towards your forearms are on the roller. And that'll be our starting position. You can have your feet together or your legs slightly apart. I like to have my feet a little bit apart. I think it feels better on my back. So from here, lower your body down. Let the shoulder blades glide off the back and almost up a little bit. Push the pubic bone down into the mat and lift your lower abdominal muscles. Then you're going to gently push down onto the roller, just very slightly, and draw the shoulder blades towards each other, towards your spine. And then you're going to lift yourself up, but keep your abdominal muscles very active here. And then coming down, and let the shoulder blades glide off the rib cage. And exhale, lifting up. And then coming down, shoulder blades glide off the ribs and away from each other. Check in with your abdomen, make sure it's still participating, meaning it's active and it's drawing up away from the ground. So you shouldn't feel discomfort in your lower back. You should feel activation in the muscles around your spine and maybe even in between your shoulder blades. And then coming all the way down, let your roller go for a second. Rest your head on your hands, bend your knees, take your feet side to side. And then just relax your feet. So we're gonna do an extension with rotation here. So like if that felt enough for your back, you can just stick with a few more of those. If you need to rest, you can just rest as well. Okay, otherwise we're gonna have one hand on the roller. And if it's available, your shoulder hand on the back of the head. If not, just hand on the shoulder is fine, okay? So from here, we're gonna contract our core muscles. Let that arm bone draw into the socket first, so the shoulder blade glides in towards the spine. We're gonna come up like Swan, but then twist towards the elbow of the hand that's on your head. Come back down, and the arm glides forward. So you need to use your abdominal muscles and your glutes to stabilize your pelvis, coming up and then rotating from your low ribs to twist and back down. Make sure you guys are breathing. You can inhale up or exhale, whatever feels intuitive to you, but pick one, do that one, and then the other one when you come down. What do I like to do? I think I inhale up and exhale down. But if that doesn't feel intuitive to you, you can do it the other way. And come all the way down. We'll just relax before we switch sides. So again, bend your knees, take your feet side to side. You should feel activation in the muscles on your back and even the muscles in your low back, but you shouldn't feel achy or uncomfortable in your low back. If you do, you can make the range of motion smaller. You can just do the extension or use your abdominal muscles a little bit more. So we'll switch sides. So one hand on the roller, one hand either on your head or on your shoulder, whatever feels better to you. You're gonna let that shoulder blade glide off the rib cage. Draw your abdominals up. Very gently draw the arm into the socket so the chest gets wide. Lift the head and shoulders and twist the body in the other direction. Coming down and let the scapula glide off the spine. Exhale, draw the arm into the socket, extend the upper back. Twist your spine in the direction of the arm. That's the hand that's on this thing, your head. Then reach the arm forward. Exhale, glide the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Keep your abdominals active. Twist your upper body only so your pelvis stays still. Your two front hip bones stay facing the ground the whole time. One more like that. And coming all the way back down. One more time. Actually, this time let's come up onto our hands and knees and just find a neutral spine. So take a couple of breaths in neutral. You should feel the muscles on your back. They should have woken up in that exercise. And then we'll take our big toes together, knees apart, and you're just gonna push back into child's pose, opening up the joints of the spine, lengthening the sides of the body. So you can actively push with the palms of your hands, make the sides of your waist long. Take a few breaths, try to breathe into your back and your side ribs here. So you're expanding your rib cage in all directions and lengthening the lower back. And then we're going to come back onto our back and we're going to take a hamstring stretch. So for now, just put your roller to the side and lay down. So from here, let's take one leg into the body, and depending on your hamstring flexibility, this opposite leg can stay bent or the leg will go straight, whatever feels right to you. The hip on the side that the leg is up in the air, you're going to push that down away from the armpit, then push your tailbone down into the ground so you feel the natural curve of your lower back, and that will not change for the exercise. If the leg is straight in front of you, you're going to make that leg active, push the back of the leg down into the ground. As much as you're pulling in with your hands, I want you to push back into your hands with your legs so your leg muscles turn on. Then reach up through the heel and straighten the leg. And just taking a few breaths here, if you're very flexible, you can grab up at your calf. But we're not pulling the leg in so far that our back is going flat. We want to keep the natural curve of the back. So that may mean you have a little bit less range than what you're used to, but this is the true length of our hamstrings. When we round our back, we're stretching our back muscles too. So here it's just the backs of the legs, calves, hamstrings. Take a few breaths here, both legs are active. Relax your shoulders, the tops of your shoulders, breathe. And then you can let that leg go, and we'll do the other side. So you're going to grab the hamstrings on this side. This leg can be bent or straight, depending on your body and what you feel like today. So you're going to push the back of the leg down, if it's straight, and then the hip is going to move away from the armpit, the hip of the leg that's in the air. Your tailbone or sacrum presses down into the ground so you feel the natural curve of your back. Flex through both feet, reach both heels away. As much as you're pulling in with your leg, you're pushing back in with your hand and then extending the leg. Keep breathing here, relax your shoulders. So the fronts of the shoulders should still be moving slightly backwards. If you need to nod your head a little bit, you can, or wiggle your jaw, just let the jaw relax. Breathe here. And you may feel it loosen a little bit as you breathe. If not, that's fine too. Keep both legs active. And then you can lower that leg and come up. So from here, we're gonna grab our roller again. If you don't have a roller, you just do it without the roller and it's totally fine. If you don't have a roller, but you have like a ball or something, you could use that too. So from here, you're gonna lift your pelvis and you're gonna place the roller at the back of your pelvis. So it is not on your lower back, but it's on the back of your pelvis. From here, bring one leg in towards your body and the other leg comes up into the air. And if you don't have a roller or ball, you're just doing this on the ground. You're gonna lower that leg slowly. So it's pretty active and I'm lowering it slowly. And there may be a time when you just can't go anymore and you're gonna bend your knee. Just let it relax. You might feel a stretch at the front of the hip somewhere or front of the leg. And then with a relaxed leg, glide the foot in and bring the leg back up. So leg is active. You're gonna press it down. And then if you need to let the knee bend, you let it bend. Glide the heel in and bring the leg up. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale. Relaxing the leg, gliding it in, and last time like that. Just check in with your shoulders, you guys. Make sure they're relaxed here. And then gliding the leg in, and let's do the other side. So hugging that knee in, this leg comes up into the air. If it's tight on your hamstrings, you can bend the knee a little bit, that's fine. Make the leg strong and active though, and we're gonna slowly lower that leg down. When you get to a place where you just can't keep it straight anymore, you're gonna bend the knee. Just let your heel touch and then slowly bring the leg in and up. And lower the leg down, keep breathing. Relax the leg, glide the heel in. Let's do 2 more like that. And last time, exhale. And glide in. Good, you guys. Put both feet on the ground. Just lift your pelvis up and take the roller out. You're just going to place it to the side and come up to sitting. So let's finish our class today with an exercise called Mermaid. It's traditionally taught on the reformer, but we're going to do it on our mats today. I am going to use a roller for this, but if you don't have a roller, you just do it with your hand on the mat. So we're going to sit like this if this is available in your body. If it is not, you're just going to stack your legs up like this. Okay? So from here, we're just going to, you can leave the roller for a moment. We're going to take our hand to our hip here and just turn the pelvis in and then back out and down. So we're just dropping the hip down, turning the hip in, and exhale back down. 1 more time like that. Turn in. And just let the hip be heavy. So even if your butt doesn't touch the ground, it's fine. We're aiming for it staying heavy though. So you're gonna bring one hand onto the roller here. This arm comes out to the side. We're gonna slide out and you're just gonna slide out on the roller and side bend your spine, but you're not lifting that opposite hip up anymore. You're trying to keep it anchored and then back up. If your arm is on the ground, you may just put your forearm down and then come up and over that way. It's a little more challenging on the roller. You have to keep using the muscles underneath your shoulder blade so the arm doesn't come forward this way. The front of the shoulder stays moving backwards in the socket. So you can stay relaxed at the top of your shoulders and the front of the shoulder is not strained at all. And then coming up. Leave the roller here for now. Grab your shin on the opposite side. Bring this arm up and sit up really tall. 1 time only, we're going to side bend in the other direction. Take a couple of breaths here. And then coming up. This time we're going to lift that back hip up, turn and face the roller. If you don't have a roller, hands are just on the ground. You're going to slide out on the roller so your torso comes parallel to the ground. And then coming in and up on the roller. So you're extending your upper back. But you want to drop your tailbone down and lift your belly, low belly up, so that your low back is supported. And then we'll slide out again. And exhale, coming up. And last time, sliding out. The tops of the shoulders should be relaxed here. And coming up. And then we'll bring the roller to the other side and we'll switch our leg position. So either knees stacked or 1 foot here, 1 foot here. 1 leg there, 1 leg here. So from here, you can leave the roller for a moment. We're just going to do our hip joint movement. So you're going to turn the leg in and then let it come out. So you're turning the part of the pelvis in. And as we come out, this leg just drops heavy in the socket. It's okay if your butt doesn't touch the ground, but we're aiming that it's like it's anchoring down, like there's a weight there. Turning in and exhale out. And we'll try one more time like that. And then we'll keep that hip anchoring down. You're going to take your hand either to the roller or the ground, whatever you have, and we're going to keep the front of the shoulder moving back so the lats are a little bit active here. You're going to side bend your spine and then coming back up. And exhale, side bend and back up. One more time, side bend the spine and back up. And this time you're going to grab your shin, bring the other arm up and get really tall and side bend once in the other direction and take 2 breaths. Try to relax all the way around both hip joints and the tops of your shoulders. And then coming up, you're going to turn your body so both hands come onto the roller or the ground, and now that hip is completely lifted and twisted forward. Draw your abdominal muscles in and up and drop your tailbone down towards the ground so your low back stays long. You're going to press out so your torso comes parallel to the ground. Then draw the arms into the socket and lift your upper back. So belly lifts up, tailbone drops down. Pressing out. And if you're on the ground, you're just walking your hands or sliding the mountain in, whatever feels comfortable to you. Let's do one more like that. And coming in and up. Good, you guys. So you can put your roller to the side for a moment. Just find a seat that's comfortable for you. You're welcome to lay on your back. You can have your hands on your belly or on your heart in your belly or just open in your lap. And allow your eyes to close again. And once again, just becoming aware of your physical body and the energy moving through it. Just notice if anything has shifted. And take in anything that you learned about your body today, this afternoon, anything new that you discovered, or even if it's something you already knew but maybe it felt a little different today, just noticing that. And then just checking back in with your mental and emotional body. What is that like now? Not judging, not trying to change it, just what is it like? Where are you? And then take a moment and just give thanks to your body for supporting you in all the ways that it does, for showing up and allowing you to do all of the things you want to do. Just take a big breath in and then exhaling all the way out. And then when you're ready, just allowing your eyes to open. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for participating. I will be back next week with the whole series. I'll be doing it all through our shelter in place. So it's Tuesday and Thursday mat class, regular Pilates mat class at 6:30. And Friday, gentle Pilates mat class at 4 p.m. And I'll be leading guided meditations Wednesday morning at 11 and Friday morning at 8 a.m. All right, you guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for participating and joining me. I love doing this, so thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys have friends that might want to join, let them know. All right, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend and get to, hi Daddy, thank you, thanks for showing up. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. All right, love you guys, and I'll see you here next week. Bye.